Oh, there we go. Draft is starting. CrocoDocs is the first pick. So did Balance pick? Curse. Yeah, Balance picked Cursed. Okay, this is correct.
Sorry about this.
Meanwhile, I'm being a slacker, and Zambar is probably hating me because I haven't created a Reflo bet yet. We see the first bet on Melv going out. It's pretty standard if you like. Sorry, I got nerfed, so we're not really in the double OP meta anymore. So just banning one.
But they're still banning each of the others. I mean, the normal strat is that you don't ban one of the OP heroes if you're first pick, because then you will definitely be able to get at least one. But nevertheless, now Furion and Zarya are out.
First pick is quite flexible on this map. It really depends how you're going to approach it.
Exactly, there are many different ways.
A Thrall first pick, it doesn't reveal anything about your strat, but it seems a bit awkward. Usually melee assassins are picked around the second phase for both teams, because they tend to not be extremely defining for your comp unless you're playing something like an Illidan.
No, it's a very strong first pick. Always been a very reliable hero, good laner.
You see ETC he picked up.
I mean, it's very difficult to say what they're going for here. It looks like they're going for Li Ming. I mean, these are just pretty strong heroes in general.
I'd like to see CrocoDocs pick up an early Muradin now, just to make sure they won't get isolated on tanks. If they don't get Muradin, they are going solo tank. They'll be forced on Johanna if they don't pick it now. Unless balance for Ghost and Muradin ban. So, I'd like to see either Falstad or Brightwing and a Muradin now. And then CrocoDocs can use their ban to isolate a support.
Brightwing.
Global.
Solid support. It's also a big map. You can use it for the global. Also, great Marsh Interrupter if they go for it.
And for the healers of balance right now, the strongest options would probably be Morales or Uther. Rhaegar's sustain healing is really low right now. Karazim is quite difficult to pull off, especially because his damage is so low he can't really stay in the front line as a threat. Question is CrocoDocs gonna try and isolate the support now? Uther has the synergy with ETC if ETC does decide to go Mosh Pit, but it's been the less favored ult. There goes Zagara. I do like Zagara on this map specifically. I really like Nidus split push, but I think this might cause them to be put in a tank they don't want if balance capitalizes now.
So they've decided to go for both the Zagara and the Thrall. Do you think they're going to go for Nidus?
It really depends on the player. I personally never go Maw, but I also know people who never go Nidus. They already have the global on Brightwing. I prefer... Okay, they removed the... Oh yeah, Oreo is also still available, of course. It removes the Oreo Lunara. A lot of options for balance in terms of... But support is kind of choked right now. They have a lot of choice for range though. I would like to see a Falstad or a Lunara. Probably prefer the Lunara.
Going Alarak. Oh, extremely strong assassin at the moment. If you saw any of the Nexus games yesterday, Alarak was simply blowing up people.
I wonder if he's gonna go Deadly Charge. A lot of Alaraks always pick it, but against a Brightwing it's a bit of a risk. Diving in to get bullied.
Exciting news, just to interrupt this, going for the Uther, that's a normal pick. If you want to see the other game which is happening coincidentally to this one, which will be... Which one will it be? It's Vis Inertia versus Clownzone Ibani. It will be cast by Cavalier Guests, so be sure to have both of your tabs open, watching both of those games live.
Nice.
So That's exciting.
Yeah.
So, CrocoDocs here, still in need of a warrior, at least one.
I think it would be nice if they picked up Lunara here.
Nara's good.
Depends how they want to approach fights.
Yeah. Nova. That's an interesting one. Not sure about that.
I think instantly when the Nova was locked, people started voting for balance. I would have liked to see the Lunara just because of how badly Uther copes with the spread damage.
What are they going for? People are saying Abatha, Alarak. Vikings. Oh, no way. Are we going to see it? We've got it. We've got a Vikings game, everyone. So, the Uther, Alarak, Li-Ming, etc. Maybe they're going to go for the 4-man death squad.
So, it seems like an okay. I don't get why you would draft Vikings in a comp where you would normally have the superior team fight anyway.
Particularly after a Nova pick.
Yeah, that's why. It gives you the better team fight, and it's also somewhat of a counter to Vikings, unless the Vikings play really safe.
I mean, Nova can one-shot Eric any day of the week, so I have a feeling that Vikings are going to have a hard time here. You've also got potential globals in the form of Brightwing and maybe Zagara. So you're not actually going to be losing out on that much soak if you decide to go for that with CrocoDocs.
Unique lost picks for both teams. I think if CrocoDocs had decided to move into the Lunara, they'd have straight up won the draft. Just because of the support isolation. Now, it's going to depend how well either team plays the map and what kind of value Nova is going to bring. I'm not sure. I'm guessing CrocoDocs has a plan, otherwise they wouldn't pick her.
I think so as well. I think getting Nova to maybe just delete the Li-Ming as soon as possible. And to, in hindsight, counter the Vikings. I think it's going to be a difficult game for Balance of Interest here. I think that maybe Lost Vikings, although I love the Lost Vikings, it might not be the most ideal play here. Well, let's hope they prove me wrong.
I'm sure by now Frog has some interesting comments in Twitch chat.
Well, what's he saying then?
No, he usually complains about my draft commentary. This is
so
a
what's
balanced
the current
pocket strat.
status on the votes then?
The current status is 50-50. Oh wait, not anymore. The thingy still has to update. It's 184 for balance, 130 for CrocoDocs.
Ooh.
It's a lot of points to be spent.
It's not so far off. So we'll have to see. So if you had to put your money on someone, where would you put it?
I think CrocoDocs. It really depends on how the Nova and Zagara play the map, in my opinion. Like straight up team fights, they don't have the better comp. But in terms of map control, they should be able to get it. Let's see, you're in the game as well.
Yeah, I've readied up.
Ready.
It's 57% towards CrocoDocs at the moment in terms of number of entrants, but it is 284 points to 161 in favor of Balance of Interest in terms of number of points. So that we're going to see.
Skin game, not really on point. Only one skin here on the side of Balance. It's a bit disappointing to see.
Oh no. Clearly
also, the Panta, as always, is ruining the portrait synergy. So no bonus points. every time we cast
But
them.
more bonus points are lost to the side of CrocoDocs here with absolutely no portrait synergy.
Yeah, but you only get bonus points if you have 5 matches.
We're going to have to look at the mount synergy as well.
Yeah.
Very important.
Let's see. Text chat. Let's make sure the bet is closing in 30 seconds, so it's fine. Okay. There we go. And on the left hand side we have balance of interest with Panta on the Vikings, McDino on Li Ming, Blink on the Uther, Carvis Jocker on the Alarak, and Waitpool on the ETC. If you'd be so kind to introduce the right hand side CrocoDocs.
And on the right hand side, in the red team, we have CrocoDocs with Shiny on Thrall, Infarno on Brightwing, Zabko on Zagara, Cadillac on Johanna, and Amrita on the Nova. Which will likely be
5, 4,
the Eric Hunter. We see immediately that CrocoDocs are going for Zagara in the bot lane, just going to solo that.
Nova still taking the OP talent that was nerfed, so it's not OP anymore. Weird decision to put Zagara in the bot lane. You would usually put Thrall there and Zagara top, so Zagara can push the top
trying to
four
go
down.
for the gank here, but unfortunately CrocoDocs see it. And doesn't look like there's going to be any scrim in the middle lane, and Thrall is just going up to soak up there. Wow.
I wonder if CrocoDocs is gonna bother to pick up their easy camp on the bot lane. Normally you put Thrall there, then rotate someone from mid over as Thrall goes to grab it. With the Zagara there, maybe they won't.
Looking at the talents, we've got the Lost Vikings taking Bribe initially. It looks like they're going to go for the Merc style of play. Which is nice, I like that. Well, you've got the 4-man Death Squad off balance of interest, just in the bottom lane now. Eric taken out immediately by the Nova. To be expected. Eric's going to have a very hard time today, I imagine.
Gate is being pressured by balance now, but they're already backing off as only one person rotates, which is weird. Their pushing potential isn't great. Soak actually a slight advantage for CrocoDocs right now.
Oh, Nova trying to get Baylog. Will he do it? No.
No, he does manage to run away.
Nova's probably going to be looking out for Eric really for that free experience essentially. But
Zagara.
Panta being pretty smart here, leaving Eric behind the gate for the most part.
Zagara took a tower down on bot lane, so they've actually done more structure damage now. A tower has fallen top as well, by the Thrall actually pushed in the lane quite far.
Just less than a level in the lead, which is not the position you want to be in when you're with the Vikings. So Bounce of Interest really need to do a lot of work.
Zagara gets ganked in the bot lane. Li Ming didn't hit the combo, but she still does go down. And she is untimely, but she'll be there just slightly after the tribute spawns.
That's precisely what you want to be doing when you've got the
And
Vikings taking the forward.
Balance is not gonna bother. They're just gonna pressure the bot forward, which is the right decision right now.
I would have liked to see some potential safe poking, just to try to delay capturing that tribute as much as possible to give the most advantage to your Vikings.
Yeah, but there were already so many people in top lane that just the Viking
Yeah.
couldn't have been
I mean,
delaying it.
Instead, they're deciding to push the bottom fort, trying to get some value there. They've taken out the entire front wall.
You see Merklord being picked up for the Vikings.
Yep, standard talent here. Let's see if we see anything particularly special. We've
Zagara.
also got Bribe on the Nova with the covert mission.
I do like it. Gives you some more map pressure. It freezes Zagara. We will probably see Zag move into Maw. If they've already got so much Mer control. It kind of depends. They don't seem like the team to try map strangling here.
Exactly. CrocoDocs were able to see the rotation by Balance of Interest to the top lane. Second tribute of the game spawning right now. Zagara is already in position, so is Brightwing. Will they try to pressure?
If I need unique, Sagara in for serrated spines. I guess she's planning to just farm it on a Viking, but it's not the best. Ooh. Right wing is falling pretty low though. ETC slides in. No one taken on quite yet. McDino's quite low. He's gonna have to back off unless Blink has a nice heal ready. No one falling yet.
It's important to note that throughout this fight you've got Thrall trying to soak the top lane as well, so the lack of player on the side of balance of interest with the Vikings in that fight is balanced.
Sagara is falling low, is probably gonna get taken out. ETC slides through. And
that's some poor positioning. You should have called out rotation there. Nova now needs to sit here just to try to get the experience.
Daneling Massacre being picked up on the side of CrocoDocs. Right wing didn't take cleanse. A bit of a weird decision, considering the team is quite stun heavy.
It looks like this is going to be the first fort of the game. They're going to keep staying here. Are they going to do it? No.
Gonna have to take care of the minion wave though. This tribute is cursed for CrocoDocs. See Johanna's moving in to channel it.
Looks like everyone wants to come here for this one.
Balance already a bit low. Not sure why they're... No. EDC falling very low. Uther in the back line. They've got to back off. They can't take this fight anymore. Sagara has fallen to 10% health.
It's still alive.
Penta trying to delay on the Viking.
Is Eric gonna get the kill? No. Of course not. Alarak doing what he does best though and dealing insane amounts of damage. Fight's still going on. I'm surprised balance of interest is still here.
Dangerously low. Penta might just get the kill. Yeah, he should get the kill here.
Going for the kill here. Gets it with the help of Baylog. Eric goes down. That's a good trade. 2
people down on the side of CrocoDocs. That fight turned around quite well, and they delayed this so long that level 10 is gonna hit earlier for them now.
And they're giving up on it. They're giving up on it. They're saying that if this fight continues, balance of interest are going to hit 10 and then they're going to lose the tribute anyway. Not worth dying when it's not tribute for balance of interest.
Well played by Balance there. I really thought they had to back off.
Absolutely. Great to stay into that fight. And they have level 10 first, which means that the next tribute might even spawn in time for them to get that one as well, because there's still some time before CrocoDocs reach their heroic abilities.
Alarak did take Counter-Strike. I like that. Charging in is just a bit risky. Endless, oh, I didn't even notice Endless Energy being picked up at 7, the reduced ecooled talent. Wondering how efficiently he can stack that.
Yeah. ETC has gone undeclared so far with his level 10.
Yeah, I like that.
What's he going to see? We're going to see whether he goes for another global.
Level 10 hitting now on the side of CrocoDocs. Mostly curious about the... Yeah, and Sagara does go Nidus Network. So they are planning to strangle the map a bit. There's no creep up top, so Sagara is gonna have to manually rotate. Busakam still pushing in mid. Sagara's just going to ignore it. No time to waste.
Oh,
ETC did pick up much.
Here. Sagara, no chance.
Yeah, she made a dangerous rotation there. Thrall dropping very low. Divine Shield has been burned on the Uther himself. Sunder goes down, doesn't get too much value.
He has declared now, so this is now up.
Precision Strike only got the Johanna, barely did any damage. I mean, not the Johanna, the ETC. There's no creep for Sagara still, so she's gonna have to... she's not even bothering. This puts...
It looks like they're giving this one up.
Yeah, both teams tied with tributes now. Next one is gonna be a pretty heavy team fight, as that's gonna decide who gets the curse. It's up for the bout to fall.
The next big objective for balance of interest is to get that level 13 so that they can secure themselves the tribute.
Top gate is being pushed down now.
Precisely what they're going to try to do.
Zac pressuring bot lane. The Vikings using play again here, just to make sure Zac doesn't take the fort here. Right wing fell in the top lane, I think.
Yeah. Interesting there, that was unnecessary.
13
And
hitting
that's going to
for
be it.
balance.
That's going to be 13, which means that they're going to have the talent advantage when it comes down to
Yeah,
this tribute right now. Perfect timing from Balance of Interest.
balance is in a great spot now. Oh, and they're doing the push gag.
Party pushing. But I would be surprised if CrocoDocs decide that they want to go for this. I know it's, tempting because it's going to be curse, but you've just got that inherent disadvantage. But they're going for it.
Pure Malice being picked up on the side of the other rock. Bit of a weird choice. Usually you see Psychokinesis here, but ETC slides in, finds Johanna. She doesn't even really drop. Ooh, but Iron Skin barely saving Johanna.
While this is happening, you've got the Vikings soaking middle and bottom. Huge wave with the mercenary camp pushing on top. So the longer this goes on, the better it is for Balance of Interest.
Garf has got a massive Discord strike there. And there's still a talent tier down. And with Vikings they can now strangle the map on the curse quite easily. No lane is gonna go unsoaked.
And Balance of Interest are trying to go for keep here. They've got the mercenary camp pushing as well with the Vikings, with the mercenary lord. These mercenary camps are going to do a lot more damage.
Johanna's just getting body blocked.
I know.
That's a hero that you don't want to see fall so easily.
Exactly. Their front line is now fallen, and this is becoming quite critical.
Oh, another
They might lose
great
another
combo
one.
by Alarak ETC.
Down. Are they going to go for more? Are they going to try and even get some... No, this would be far too early. Of course, they're just going to back up, go away. Vikings
But
pushing all of the
they're
lanes
now
yet again.
2 talent tiers ahead. And they can easily take this boss while Vikings soak the other lanes.
Precisely. I'm not sure about this move to go for boss. I mean, obviously it's a good move, but they've got the curse. You can try to get a lot more experience with that.
Yeah, but if the curse is about to end, your enemy is still like dealing with the lanes. It's unsafe for you to stay when the buildings are going back up again. So getting boss now gets you a lot of value. Your enemies are gonna have to clear it. You can just move through your own boss. And
Exactly. It looks like that's what they're doing now. It looks like they're rotating to their own boss, capturing that as well.
Yep. And we see a lonely Eric there, checking what's going on. Not sure what his plan is. His boss is gonna fall easily. Sagara getting the watchtower back, but it's not really useful. Sagara should have been defending the boss there, I think.
Possibly. I mean, they're so far behind in experience, maybe they just wanted that extra soak. In the end, no sizable damage was done to core. And they managed to get that.
At this point, they've got
The
to make
Vikings
sure.
stealing the bottom camp there with their bride.
Sagara may get caught out there. Beautiful combo from the Li Ming.
There was a health bar on Zagara, and that just disappeared immediately.
Yeah, and they're committing to the boss push now, which is great. The problem is, they've completely lost value from the Sagara. They can't get map control back right now.
Exactly. The Nidus network did not come into use at all. Is there even a Nidus up on the map?
I don't think there is.
I don't think so. Divine Shield being popped pretty early there, and not even for the mosh pit. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. They're in a sizable lead. They can afford to make even minor errors.
Sagara dropping low again. Mosh pit completely
No
whiffed
man's
there.
mosh. There goes the
Thunder
thundering.
isolating
Is this
ETC.
going to be game here, do you think? Everybody is here. Damage now being done to
The
the
main
players.
getting resets. This should be game.
This might be game. 13 minutes on the first game already. This is incredible play by Balance of Interest here.
Sagara
There
just
should be no
unable to stay. And Li Ming getting hit by the mirror ball as well. Great
Unbelievable.
play coming out from Ballast.
I doubted them. I don't think they got enough. I don't think CrocoDocs got enough out of that Nova. I don't think they got enough out of the Zagara.
Yeah.
Great play to Balance of Interest though. Going into this, they are the less favored team, being seeded 11th as opposed to CrocoDocs 6th. So we can really see the power of the Vikings as well here.
Yeah, the Nova pick, I was thinking they must have a pocket strat with this, but it seems like it got like 0 value. If they if they were planning to like pre-counter Vikings, they should have just picked the Falstad. Good assassin in general, can hunt the Vikings down. Can give you the same kind of map control with his new bribe talent level 1.
Yeah, I think a Falstad would have been a much nicer pick than the Nova there, but that's what we can say in hindsight now. I think even a Zeratul would have been a nice pick.
And I think just the Lunara still would have been great to counter the Uther, and they would have won most team fights that way.
Yeah.
Like you can't be both spending a lot of time in the team fight and losing them while they've got Vikings soaking every lane. It just means you're messing up your comp.
Yeah, precisely. So
Yes.
that's game 1. We'll see whether CrocoDocs can bring it back all square.
Yeah, new draft has been made. We're going to Dragonshire this time, which is going to be fun because I've never cast a Dragonshire.
I've
Which
seen
means-
that, yeah, I really like that.
And draft is starting balance this time. It's the first pick. Let's see if they want the Malfurion.
We'll see whether they do the same strata. They're going to do the same first bans with Malfurion and Zarya, we'll see. They have been nerfed, so they're not as strong as they were.
Yeah, I don't think Zarya's really first bad material anymore. As long as your team is coordinated and like not feeding her the energy when shields are up, she's not
That's right.
like broken anymore. So Gara being banned, so either they are going to try to isolate a solo laner, or they just really dislike playing. I do actually know that they really dislike playing against Sagara.
Zagara is very strong. You shove her in the top lane and she can zone out very effectively.
Let's see Zarya being picked up for balance. Okay, this is the first time I've seen Zarya on Heroes Lounge.
Yeah, and
So-
it's the first week in which I think she's been available, so
Is it?
I believe so.
When was she?
I should know this, right?
I think she was released 3 weeks ago. Yeah, actually, yeah, this should be the first week. Yeah. CrocoDocs. Removing one of the more potent tanks with the Zarya. You can see he's like a bit less beefy than the Muradin, but he has a lot more potential for punishing bad positioning.
Yeah.
So I've done.
Stave Jive can be useful on this map, even with the ETC, so there is the multiple option there.
I think Stay Safe is the default pick anyway now for most people. It's just since the Q nerfs, it's been, well, nerfs since the removal of the talents, it's really hard to hit a mosh pit.
Yeah.
That said, if you get a good one, they do have Li Ming, who has enough burst for the follow-up, and is one of the few characters that does have enough burst, and she gets the resets as well.
Exactly, just a generally strong hero.
You know, balance, I'd like to see them pick up the Muradin. If you don't want a solo tank Zarya, and if they don't pick it up, I think CrocoDocs will try to remove it. They get Auriel. Are they gonna pair it with Lunara? They will.
Looks like it.
If they
The
do,
crystal
nice.
ball was right.
Improvements have been made. Last time I casted them, they kept ignoring Lunara, so I do like this. It's one of the strongest healers right now. If you get Auriel Lunara, it's right up there with Melf, I feel. Except a bit less gank potential because she doesn't have OP roots. And then-
Precisely.
They could remove the Brightwing right now, reduce the globals for CrocoDocs, remove a strong healer, and then the support pool for CrocoDocs is quite limited for dealing with Lunara. You can't pick the Uther into it. We do see the Muradin ban coming out from CrocoDocs as expected. So I would
Yeah.
expect to see a Brightwing ban now from the side of balance. She doesn't
I
quite
think
deal
this-
with Lunara.
This ban could be quite telling, because there's a few heroes that I might quite like to see, which will depend on the following ban. Because you know who's still valid here, potentially?
Shannon
It's
Thrall.
Cho'Gall.
Cho'Gall, I wouldn't pick him. Right now,
Go with Oriel.
both teams need to secure a solo laner still. Chen is still open, Thrall is still open, Zac has been banned.
Thrall would be a good pick, I think.
I think Balance wants to secure a main tank and a solo laner. And right now the solo laners that are open are mostly melee, so they might go into quite a heavy melee comp.
Yeah, if they go
Um,
and melee, Chen would be viable.
I think they'll pick either, like the Karazim is being picked up. It's like one of the few healers they've got left who can deal with Lunara. Rhaegar's sustain healing is too weak right now. Karazim is okay if you play him well. But he gets out-sustained by Brightwing, but yeah, Brightwing was removed. And Balance picking up the second tank. I think they'll go Johanna. Just to get a strong rotation and decent CC.
Yeah, Johanna's a viable pick. Usually quite nice as a solo tank that you put the ETC. They're going for Reyna. I didn't see that coming. Maybe I should have.
No, I would have liked to see Thrall being picked up for CrocoDocs, just so they've got a solid top lane.
Balance of interest going for Johanna.
Yeah, it's kind of expected, like Mirror and ETC Joanne are pretty much the top tier solo tanks right now. And
Exactly.
yeah, it's already out there, but so it's like a complimentary. Gul'dan.
And
Gul'dan is
nice.
Gul'dan is okay in the top lane. As
Very
well.
pick. Very fast
Oh.
pick on
Now-
Zeratul there.
This is CrocoDocs cheese, and I've experienced this because we got wrecked by it in scripts. But I'm not. I guess I can disclose it now because we're gonna cast it anyway. Heroes Lounge 2 is hosting us. Is that the channel Cavalier is on?
That's our second channel, which we're preparing for the.
It's very nice. Thanks for the host. So, what they're gonna do is look for 5-man VPs, or at least a lot of people in the VP. Preemptively power slide in with the ETC to guarantee a good mosh pit. And then
Nice.
wreck them with Li Ming. That's probably the CrocoDocs' game plan right now.
You've experienced it before. How did that game go?
It wasn't comfortable for us. That said, we did beat Gul'dan in main when we scrimmed Balance.
CrocoDocs do need the win here, so hopefully that pays off.
I hope my coaching has paid off for McDino. Well, my solo lane Gul'dan tips. There we go. Okay. Balance needs one more player. Blinker still needs to get in. There he is.
Which means that we should be going into the second game.
Swap to the end game. Okay.
Any notable skins here? Skin on Johanna. Skin on Aura, I would say.
Oh no. Okay, I'm in a tough situation right now.
Oh goodness, what's happening?
Do I restart stream or do I leave it right now with the 0-0 score? Because I can't edit it.
Oh goodness, we didn't pick a winner for the last.
Oh, that's my bad. I have that window open and the winner was Balance.
Balance of interest.
Oh, and
So it's
I didn't make a contest how people are gonna rage at me.
No, goodness.
I will prepare the next
Action
one.
value.
Balance of interest versus.
People were trying to bet. Oh, goodness. So
Sorry,
you can't-
stream.
Your precious points can't be.
Still,
used
I'm debating adding a new rule just for Panta to give bonus points because he's just. The impressive thing is he's always in the middle as well, so it's always rigged.
always rude.
Every time we cast him, he's in the middle with like one of his fugly portraits. Like, yeah, I'm not joining this memery. Okay, but on the left hand side, we do have Balance of Interest with Panta on the Lunara, Wadepool on the Johanna, Carveth Joker on the Zarya, McDino on the Gul'dan, and Blinka on the Ariel. If you'd be so kind to introduce CrocoDocs on the right hand
And on
side.
the red side with CrocoDocs. So it's Shiny on Zeratul, and Fala on Karazim, Sapko on Rayner, Kodarek on ETC, and Amira on Li Ming.
We see
So,
ETC picking up proc rock. Might be to try to help sustain through the Lenora poison damage. Insight being picked up for the Kharazim to ensure he can spam his W. That does mean he's very unlikely to move into cleanse, because Insight build without Echo of Heaven is really awkward.
Zeratul going into a Generation Master, not going into the AA build then, which I find quite fun, but is inherently weaker. Swim is about probably going to happen in the middle lane. Just
neither
thinking
team really
about it a
committing.
while.
Li Ming moving up to the top lane.
We're going to start the laning phase again.
And we see
So it looks like the roaming team for Balance of Interest is going to be the Zarya, the Oriole, Lunara.
yeah, I'm not sure how CrocoDocs is gonna approach rotations on this map, because their wave clear is abysmal.
So their solo laners for both sides is Gul'dan against Li Ming. It's not one that I see very often, I'm going to have to admit.
No, this is what happens when neither team secures the strong solo lane. You got really awkward matchups. And Gul'dan should be able to win that quite easily against Li Ming.
I would expect so. Which is probably
That
why
said,
we
if-
to help.
If 4 people are
Capture
top, he can't do anything.
Yep, looks like they're just
Well-
trading shrines at the moment. It's generally what happens at the beginning of these games, you just trade shrines. You're not going to be really expected to capture them both if both teams are quite even.
Balance putting up a bit of pressure on the bot fort. Rainer can't really do anything here.
First tower goes down. Jimmy having some problems here on the 4v1, but to counter that, it looks as though CrocoDocs are going to try and pressure the top lane.
Zarya doing the one thing that creates guaranteed energy, soaking tower shots. It's totally a fun mechanic to play against.
Really interactive.
McDino doing his best to fend off the soldier. Doing quite well actually. Tower will fall to Li Ming combo. But both fort almost halfway down. So balance.
Exactly. I mean, that was not a fair trade there for CrocoDocs. They decided to try to trade the top for the bottom, and they didn't nearly get as much in return.
Yeah, they have the weaker solo lane, the weaker rotation. Their comp doesn't really start functioning until level 10.
Exactly.
We see gathering power picked up with the Zeratul, so he's expecting to not die and kill a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mana tap
hope
being
so.
picked up for Gul'dan. It's an okay choice. I prefer the Drain Life talent, which resets on kills on heavy laning maps like this
This is going to
one.
be the first fort at the bottom, by the way.
Yeah, it's gonna fall quite easily.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because you do care about your mid on bot forts and keeps. That's usually where the game is ended. Top, it doesn't matter if top falls.
From the top fort.
No. If it falls, not the biggest of deal. Gul'dan getting some hits for his quest. Already quite for in actually.
But despite being a fort down, the experience is fairly even.
Yeah, Rainer is trying to cap bot now and he's gonna succeed at it probably. No, he does back off. He doesn't want to risk dying here.
Of course not. Should be noted the Balance of Interest stole the bottom siege camp there from CrocoDocs, which Rainer now has to deal with.
Yeah, you don't want that pushing down the gate. Would have focused tower first. Still. Level 7 has been hit. You see pretty standard talents. Splintered Spear to the limit. Level 7 hit for both teams now actually. Yeah, and they don't go cleanse on Kharazim with this Echo of Heaven as expected. Calamity Li Ming.
Good stun by the Oriole.
What should be easy pickings now for CrocoDocs. Rainer does realize this, so he's gonna make sure they don't
Are they
give
gonna
away a
put-
free DK.
of course not. We've got some nice teams playing this, so they know how to trade the shrines effectively. Zeratul almost getting caught out. He only just managed to get into stealth in time before the rotation. Right. Could have been disastrous.
Rainer have to back off, but top is getting captured by the Li Ming now.
And it's another shrine trade. Oreo in trouble here in the middle lane. Goes down. That was first blood for the CrocoDocs, pulling them just slightly ahead in experience.
Rotations seem to be a bit all over the place. I'd like to see Balance capitalize on the fact that their wave clear is just so much stronger.
It is. If they were just rotating between middle and bottom, they would be able to get so far ahead in the wave clear. But instead, we've seen this roaming squad move up to top quite a bit.
Yeah, and actually CrocoDocs is ahead in XP right now. They're not missing any soak and they got a kill, so they're roughly equal. Li Ming, pressure's being put on by the Lunara, but she does.
No, fine. She'll have to be back.
Just escape.
CrocoDocs trying to hold down this bottom shrine here.
Too eventful right now. Johanna's a bit deep, but there's no one there to follow up. DTC is looking for the power slide here.
Zeratul could be in trouble, but of course he has Blink. He always does.
Yeah, there's one awkward thing with getting a fort so early in the game. When the middle one is still up, you can't let your wave push too far in because you're missing the soak on the bot lane. And you can't afford to rotate so aggressively.
In the top lane, could go down.
Yeah, it does get ganked.
So they've delayed the capture just long enough for the top shrine to be taken.
Level 10 being hit early now, we see VP and Moshpit being picked up, so we should start to see some nice combos soon. Zeratul is moving down.
Time to take advantage of it. Though,
very risky positioning by Balance. Okay, they're splitting up now. If they we might still see
there
it.
goes the VP. We'll see if there's going to be a combo sliding in just afterwards.
Oh, but he doesn't manage to do much good.
Mosh
Ghost Mosh.
All of them.
That combo got wasted. Divine Palm got used, but doesn't actually connect on the Zeratul, so he's gonna have to back out. Well played by Balance, got caught out, but managed to not feed.
Interesting to note that all of the heroic abilities on CrocoDocs were used. There are still 2 remaining for Balance of Interest.
That said, the Lunara one isn't high impact.
And Horrify wasn't used yet, which is a big playmaker.
Raynor getting the bot shrine, making sure they don't get DK. I'm not sure what Balance is doing right now, having so many people in the mid lane. They should have sent some people at least, or preferably like 4, just bot.
About half a level behind in experience. They're just trying to get this roam, trying to get the odd pick off, while CrocoDocs are fairly spread out.
Yeah, Zeratul's making sure that they get top now. They didn't actually cap the bot shrine, so it's still
interesting strategy.
probably just someone mistiming that. Yeah, neither team is really able to move on, or at least move out of the map to get a Mercamp or anything. They have to keep responding to each other. Void Prison is going to be off cooldown soon.
Oh my goodness, Zarya getting caught slightly out of position, but ETC is very far forward.
Great.
Ends up taking out Li Ming.
Great expulsion zone from the Zarya. Really defending any
Another
movement.
palm hit onto ETC, which didn't go off. Palm down for 50 more seconds.
Yeah, not sure if they can capitalize on their positioning right now. Johanna should be able to get bot, but I think they'll be able to stall out mid long enough to regain control.
Void Prison is up, Mosh Pit is up.
Dino very deep.
This is Hyperion. They're looking to...
Dino falls on the Gul'dan. And now CrocoDocs has to respond somewhere on the map to make sure they don't get a DK. And people are walking in. Mosh is up. And that Mosh really disappointing. I'm gonna guess that Power Slide was on cooldown when he did that, because Power Slide would have set him up for a great Mosh there.
These Moshes have not done much so far. Hyperion, they're mostly used for zoning.
Seems to be a bit of miscommunication between the Zero and the ETC. Not really aligning their cooldowns.
Yeah. So that's Void Prison again, another minute, Hyperion down for 85 seconds.
Li Ming getting top back. And Balance seems really how far is Gul'dan? Almost 3/4 of Echoed Corruption. Level 13 has been
Raynor
used for other
again,
teams.
he didn't capture the bottom shrine though. Maybe he was just afraid of the gank coming in from balance
Yeah,
of interest.
it's fine if you leave it uncapped for a while. It means they'll still have to rotate bot.
Takes that a little bit longer. Zeratul in trouble.
Does manage to blink out, quite low on HP though. Nice Blessed Shield, but no follow-up. That's gonna be a 60-second cooldown.
Yeah. Four-man death squad from balance of interest, trying to make some pressure in the bottom lane.
Zeratul is really isolated considering he doesn't even have VP. Still 30 seconds before the VP Mosh combo. Again, great expulsion
He
from...
survives that long. Palm goes down, doesn't hit again.
Yeah, palms have not been on point. And I think this might just be the support isolation messing up CrocoDocs, putting their support player on Karazim, who may not be
that palm
comfortable
didn't
on.
do nothing. It was quite clear that the palm was there. Would have been useful now, being said.
ETC so deep and he does fall. And Zarya's getting the bot one back. If they can, they may be able. They should at least be able to get mid fourth. Balance has to. If they don't rotate to get a shrine, they should be starting to put pressure on the structures because right now they're just standing around in mid lane, not really doing much.
Exactly. CrocoDocs just seem to be a little bit lost in this. Balance of interest have got a very strong rotation going on. They haven't capitalized on it incredibly well, but it seems to at least be coordinated. Zeratul trolling a little bit there. Sorry, I'm in a bit of trouble here.
Should be going down. Yeah, she does go down.
She used her ultimate there as well, the expulsion zone.
Yeah, luckily it's a really low cooldown, like the glorified holy grounds. It's not as extreme as the Graviton Surge,
Looks
which
like
is...
CrocoDocs want to take this fight. They've got a man advantage for the time being.
VP Mosh is up.
As is Hyperion.
Let's see if Balance makes the mistake of grouping up.
Not the best power slide. VP catching just... Who is that?
Yeah, that VP got no value.
Yeah.
Problem there, it's fine to isolate one person with VP if your team is there to instantly dive the remaining party members.
Exactly. Hyperion used to zone.
They can't capitalize now though because top is still in control of Balance.
Exactly. Li Ming is going to be rotating top to try to catch that shrine up there.
Zera's playing a bit of a mini game here, trying to not get caught. I think he might actually be able to get away. Oh no, he gets found by Ariel.
And stunned.
Lovely stun.
This looks bad. He uses his blink.
This is bad. He's down. But he did buy enough time for Li Ming to cap top, so they won't be able to get a DK just yet.
I think there was always going to be plenty of time for that. That was the ambitious play by Zeratul. I don't know where he was going to go there. Now it looks like balance of interest really want to try to capture this mercenary camp. Which it's a common thing that we've seen here. Even with the Vikings last game, it's already happened once this game. They're trying to get steal those mercenary camps as often as they can.
Yeah, the thing is, they're ahead on the map right now, which means they control vision a bit better. Not by a huge margin, but camps are one thing that allow your opponent to just passively get the vision back a bit while they do work on another place on the map. And
Also, it might not show it on stream, but balance of interest now winning 1-0.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I won't be updating that score because stream will rip.
3-2-3.
Unfortunately, I haven't had time to set up a new streaming environment because I'm also doing the website. You see Balance moving in as a 5-man.
Looks like they're going to try to force the fight here.
Not sure why.
They've just got level 17, they've got a slight advantage.
Ooh, but that's a great VP. But are we gonna see?
Get so much done.
The stun on ATC came out instantly, preventing the mosh pit.
He still has mosh up though, so it's still a threat, and that is a powerful thing to have to not even just be threatened.
The problem is right now Balance doesn't really have to fear the Mosh anymore as long as they keep one person with a stun outside of it.
Exactly. They have to be careful now about...
Zeratul going back to top.
It's been 15.5 minutes and we still haven't seen a Dragon Knight, which might change soon.
It's a 5v4. Yeah, Balance is just gonna remove their push account.
So far, I have to say.
CrocoDocs picking up. This game is gonna swing the moment anyone gets more than 2 kills.
Exactly. Most of the team fights have been quite reserved as a result. No team really been committing too much.
Yeah, so far every time one person has died and most of the team just stayed in one lane while one person split off.
CrocoDocs rotate to the bottom to try to capture that shrine.
Yeah, I think they'll agree with your decision making here.
Yeah.
See, still mid. Balance is just gonna pick up their camp right now.
It's just a little game being played at the moment, just swapping the shrines, top and bottom,
Yeah.
both teams rotating around the map.
CrocoDocs has their combo back up again.
It hasn't worked out so well for them so far though, they've
Yeah.
not really been able to get it off properly.
Balance is really holding on their stuns quite well, just to make sure they don't get caught out by the Mosh, even if they get VP'd.
And now it looks as though Balance of Interest are going to get this middle fort down.
Finally Balance is making a play I like.
They predicted the rotation. They give up the top shrine for that, but they've already got Gul'dan on the bottom capturing that. So that was a good move here. They're now 2 forts up on top of CrocoDocs, which gives them the slight XP advantage as well, which is important when you're coming up to level 20.
It feels like Balance
a single Dragon Knight being taken yet.
It's gotta happen, probably.
When you've got 2 teams which are quite close in ability.
Death timers are now so long that there's bound to be a DK being picked up soon.
It's all going to come down to one team fight. You get a couple picks off, and with these respawn timers...
Zeratul looking for the flank.
Karazin could be in trouble here. He is capturing the bottom shrine while Balance of Interest are rotating to the bottom. If they continued there, they might have been able to...
Oh, we see a DK being picked up by CrocoDocs.
Unbelievable.
Balance got completely baited there. But are they actually gonna capitalize on it? The Hyperion kind of wasted there. Fear goes out. It should be a dead Rainer pretty soon. Palm does connect this time.
At last we see a successful Palm.
Sorry, I might fall there.
Is it going to be enough? It is enough. Zarya has full energy now. We'll be doing an intense damage.
The Nora is free to poke everyone down now. I don't think they're gonna get much more of this with the DK.
DK going down to the bottom fort, which has already lost most of its wall. This is at least going to put them equal on experience.
If you already know that your DK is kinda being wasted, you know that their main CC ults have been burned. I think ETC should have just been aggressive. He could have at least taken like half a fort's worth of health before getting burnt down, and he still has the escape needed. Beautiful expulsion zone by the Zarya. Rainer getting cut out there. Palm connects again.
But still taking a lot of damage.
ETC is still holding his mosh pit.
I mean, did anyone die in those fights?
No.
Let's see. Palm was used twice on Rainer. Quite incredible.
But they didn't get anything from it. Like,
they didn't get anything from it. They got
the front walls
down in the middle. They got a tower on the bottom. We're coming up to our level 20 abilities. We'll have to see what they choose for that.
Oh, nice VP. We should see a mosh pit here. Finally a decent mosh pit, but he gets instantly feared.
Cancelled, and this could go badly. ETC looks, he's gone down. Zeratul is down. ETC is down. Their combo is gone. And this could be quite critical now that both teams have hit level 20.
Talent's pretty standard. Shield of Hope from the Oriel.
Nexus Frenzy being chosen on the Reyna.
It's nothing too crazy.
No. Well, we'll see. Li Ming goes for Temporal Flux again. Nothing unexpected being shown here.
I think it would be funny if
This might be
ETC. Ooh, yeah.
Should be key.
Yeah, even if they have to retreat, Ludara can poke this down really easily. And
That's the first keep of the game being going down at 21 minutes. And this is for the
I think-
series as well, if Balance of Interest win this one.
just to take a look at the damage numbers here, Lunara is burning them down with 51 hero damage. Li Ming slightly toppling her with 58, but they're not really securing kills.
Zarya, the changes to Zarya are really showing themselves now. Almost 29,000 hero damage, which is acceptable for for Warrior.
I must say, I'm usually not too impressed with Zarya players, but Carvage is really making a case for why it's first pick worthy. His expulsion zones have guaranteed so many nice kills.
They've been really nice there. And so now we go to round 2. Dragon Knight's back up.
Yeah, and balance
And
is
now
sort
we
of
hit
dictating
over
the
20-minute
pace.
mark. That Dragon Knight is going to be hitting hard. And it's
There's
only going to hit harder the longer that they play.
Two siege
So-
camps that are gonna move to the core. I think Charism, no, he's not gonna defend them, so they're gonna have to respond to it. They do back, so balance should be able to move to the DK now.
Yeah. It looks like that's what they're doing. They should be rotating down. Probably giving it to Johanna.
Zeratul does realize what's going on. So he'll,
That
is
looks
he?
like they're
He's
gonna
not gonna be able to get the interrupt.
No.
W
Reveals
doesn't.
himself in that. This could be bad. Is there going to be a void prison? Yeah. Well, it wasn't enough.
Bit of a mistake by Shiny there. The singularity spike only deals damage after like I think it's a second delay. Which means this is a 22-minute DK. They're probably gonna use my favorite strategy of right click to win. Which is a great strategy with Aureliodar. And look at this.
See, look at the health being chunked out on that core. This could be game already.
Hyperion is being used, but they just
Oh.
don't care. Beautiful mosh pit though. Carpus is falling quite
So many
low.
people in that mosh pit already had it. Core
But-
down past 50%.
Only Zarya down.
This is going to be game. Balance of Interest. Going to take it. 2 games to 0. GG.
And they're advancing easy to round 2, knocking CrocoDocs down to the loser's bracket.
They have a second chance though. This is a double elimination bracket we have for our playoffs. So we will be seeing CrocoDocs again. Great play by both teams. For such a long game, just to finish on 6 kills apiece. That was pretty close, and it was that last Dragon Knight which really stole the show.
Yeah, let's
Ah.
see if we can. Oh, I can't even. Okay, I am gonna have to restart OBS for a bit just to move into the main screen for the interview. We'll probably be bringing in. Oh, Shiny is complaining about Caster's Curse.
Yeah.
Be on now. Free to free.
Well, we've got
0 production value. Okay. Oh, we got wait. Look over there. See, is stream active? Stream is active. Hi guys, congratulations on winning 2-0.
Thanks. Thank you.
How do you feel to be moving through the winners bracket?
Nice.
See,
Yeah, very, very nice.
Who are you? Let me just check now. I'm interested who you will be playing
We
against.
don't know yet. It could be either one of... Where is Balance of Interest here? It could be either John Cena's or Tip Top.
Okay.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Tip Top are the favoured here as they came out top of Division 2. But we'll have to see because as shown today, Balance of Interest were the lower seeded team and ended up winning that. In spectacular fashion, I have to say. In Game 1, you played the Lost Vikings after the Nova pick. Was this something that you were just committed to anyway? A comfort pick or something you planned out?
Yeah, well, we kind of decided to go for a Vikings composition pretty early. We wanted to do something in the first game of this series in the spectacular last tournament, something that we were comfortable with. And but I asked Panta, our Vikings player, after he picked at Nova, and he was like, "Yeah, go for it, go for it."
Nice.
We have to
So-
say that we were a bit scared for Eric there once Nova was picked, but it seemed to work out for you.
Yeah,
So-
thankfully, Pantha is a great big player, so even with a Nova team, we to have the experience advantage after mid game, and therefore just snowball it kind of the rest of the game.
Yeah. And it worked out spectacularly well. You were quite some levels ahead, and the game was pretty short.
Were you at all afraid about the sport choke on the Uther?
Not really. Well, it was kind of annoying, but we kind of like to play Uther in this kind of Vikings composition because of his stun. Really helps out, and you know the fights are often short, so we kind of like Uther in this composition.
Mhm. And were you expecting them, like I was, to pick Lunara in their last slot instead of the Nova?
Yeah, to be honest, yes. But I mean, it was too late to change, and we just decided to go for it anyway.
Yeah, I was
Because
surprised.
we had no choice, right? So yeah, it was a little bit. It was just a hero that worked out on their composition.
Mhm. And yeah, your team played team fights extremely well. Panta managed his Vikings well, and Nova didn't really get any value, so your game on Curse was very solid.
Yeah.
Although any specific reason for the really early ETC Liming? Was it to counter CrocoDocs because they do this quite often? Or just something for your gang squad in general?
Well,
Do you want to do
generally-
a service?
Yeah, I can do it. Generally, it's for our gang squad. We found it to work pretty well. Especially with the ETC, it's easy to do those ganks with a hero like that, and the Liming also works well on the tribute. Even if she's not the best ganking hero, she's a really good snowball hero.
And she's got a lot of bars as well.
And-
Besides the first pick of ETC, kind of tried to make the other team think that counter the more speed and they use big
Like Dino abusing the message, I must say. Nice. Yeah, in general, I really did enjoy your draft. You made a case for why Zarya is first pick, first bin material in the second game. Yeah, the only thing.
Epixors and I were discussing that CrocoDocs have used this composition before. Were you aware of this combo that they'd used in previous games?
ETC Liming.
The ETC
Zeratul.
Zeratul.
Oh no, didn't. I watched the last game, and I don't think they went for that there. But I decided not to go too far back into the August and watch their oldest game, because you know there would be different patches and stuff. So I just wanted to see how they played, on this patch. So I didn't know
So there
about
was
it.
some research coming into this match then.
Yeah, your team. We actually got wrecked by this combo with scrims against CrocoDocs, the Zeratul ETC. Except it was on Cursed Hollow, I believe. But your team managed to really have at least one person able to constantly interrupt Mush, and then CrocoDocs was like, oh wait, our team fight is gone now. What are we gonna do, boys? So I think you dominated draft here. They didn't get a solo laner, the Rainer got 0 value in my opinion. And your team, besides like lacking the really dominant solo lane, was way more solid in my opinion.
Yeah.
So how did you approach the cat and mouse game from a shot caller's perspective, like constantly trading shrines back and forth with CrocoDocs, even if you got a kill, like you weren't quite able to get the DK. It took until like 19 minutes, I think, 17.
Yeah, and then they got the dragon.
Not that it really did anything though, so.
But from a shot caller's perspective, it's so exhausting, especially with Zeratul, because he can always sneak in those few extra shrines if you're not paying enough attention. But kind of just decided that we were going to play it, but we were also going to try to get some more pressure on the map and get some more structure damage done than they could. And I kind of think we managed to do that.
Yeah, your early game pressure on the bot fort was like huge compared to their 0 wave clear comp basically. One thing I did dislike was getting the bot fort so early, then lost you a lot of soak in the bot lane, and then you didn't pressure mid, which caused CrocoDocs to eventually actually get the XP lead because you were missing a lane of soak. But neither team really ever capitalized on getting an XP lead or getting a kill until so late into the game where death timers are like a minute. So I'm surprised CrocoDocs went for this wombo combo comp and didn't pull it off. But I must say your team just countered it so hard.
Yeah.
Were you, by the way, considering picking up Thrall or Chen at some point?
Who? Vala?
Thrall or Chen for the solo lane?
Not during that game, because I think I'm the only one that's played Sari on our team, and I'm usually the one playing Thrall or Chen. So we kind of decided quite early in the draft that we were going to have the Gul'dan in the top lane as our solo laner. So there wasn't really an option.
Okay. Well, I think that's all of my questions regarding the games. So if Cosmic has any left.
I don't have any questions. I just want to say that it was really well played, and got to give credit as well to CrocoDocs. Really nicely played game by them, and it was really great to see, particularly the Vikings play off. I love seeing the Vikings, and I think you were able to go through to the second round of the winners bracket in style. So congratulations to you, and look forward to seeing you in round 2.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. And thanks for casting, and also thanks to CrocoDocs for playing. Really fun.
You're very welcome.
And we'll be seeing more of CrocoDocs in the losers brackets as well. So, well played to both teams. Congratulations to Balance of Interest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And on that note, we will be ending this stream. So thanks to both teams for playing. Thanks to everyone for tuning in to our stream. There should be more streams popping up this week, though the first round.
This was just the first round, but it's not over yet. First day of the playoffs is still going on. You can either check out, I believe it's being hosted on our Heroes Lounge 2 channel if you want more points, or you can go straight onto Cavalier's stream, which is the stream that our second channel is hosting. So Cavalier guest, great caster, so glad that he could participate into this, and he's casting the other game over on his stream, so you should go check him out. We'll probably also host it from here as well.
Yeah, make sure to just follow Heroes Lounge 2 and Cavalier Guest, and you're bound to see streams popping up all week. And then Saturday and Sunday are going to be 2 really long days of constant matches.
Epic days. They're going to be
epic days. Gonna enjoy them so much, especially when we got knocked out early. Gonna love it. Now, thanks everyone for tuning in. Joining me was Cosmic. I was Epixors. I still have Epixors actually. Just for stream before they feature 3, there is still a Fedora here. Please enjoy. And on that note, we'll be ending the stream. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.